Hello, everyone. This is Tim. This is book 2 for the month of May. We're coming to the end of the month, okay? And so we got a couple more days, couple more videos. I'm going to be reading from Hope on the Tightrope. Here's a preview for next month. You ready? Bam! There's a lot of anger in the streets. There's a lot of anger. So we need to deal with the anger. And I'll tell you more about this in a few days, in a few more videos when we start on that book. But now, let's get back to this one. Hope on the Tightrope. Book 2 for the month of May, 2020. One of the distinct characteristics of black folk is that we've been willing to be on intimate terms with death without allowing death to have the last word. In the face of the social death of slavery, the civic death of Jim Crow, the psychic death of self-hatred, the spiritual death of self-destruction, we have survived with a smile on our face, love in our hearts, and hope in our souls. The black freedom struggle is the key that unlocks the door to America's democratic future. It is the litmus test of American justice. The future of America is black because the deep meaning of democracy is to be found in Martin Luther King Jr., connected to Frederick Douglass, connected to the best of the Black Panther Party, and connected to Ella Baker. This heritage shows what the true meaning of democracy ought to be if America dares to shed its ambitions and actually allows democratic possibilities to be realized. From the very beginning, Obama said his candidacy was a sign that America was coming to terms with the vicious legacy of white supremacy. He's right about that. The very fact that a black man could not just galvanize but actually convince fellow white citizens to go in the booth and not just vote for him, but come out with a smile, that is significant. He only got about 25% of the white vote, so we take that for what it is. We don't want to downplay that. If he were to in some way say, I've got to hit this issue head on and be more explicit, would that undermine the earlier strategy that allowed for those white brothers and sisters in Iowa and New Hampshire to come out for him? It's a tough question. Well, we know now. No, they wouldn't have come out. On the one hand, my dear brother Barack in the White House would be the great example of the American dream come true. On the other hand, it could be the grand exhaustion of the dream built on the success of any one individual. The juxtaposition of a brilliant black man in the White House and suffering poor people along with the downward mobility of the middle class reveals the bankruptcy of a narrow American dream. We live in a country where our understanding of racism is so impoverished. We don't even have a language to get at what's going on. You have so many white brothers who say, when I hear Mr. Obama, he doesn't make me feel white, and I love that. He just makes me forget I'm white. They think that's a compliment. Can't we be pro-humanity and embrace our colors and cultures? There is an element of truth in terms of being not so much post-race, but just being in a moment in which white fellow citizens are willing to look at qualifications and vision as opposed to pigmentation and color. That's a breakthrough. To be anti-racist is not to be colorblind, but color embracing, even love-struck with each other. Barack Obama actually becomes a kind of lightning rod. The old civil rights leaders are very suspicious because he hasn't gone through the struggle and doesn't have the scars that we have. He's not an American black. Thank God, that's why we went through it. I don't want my son and daughter to have the same scars and bruises. When they come up with a different analysis than I do, what am I going to do? Trash them? No, I just tell them, I think you're right here, I think you're wrong there. They come back, no, you're old school, you're right here, you're wrong there. This is how Socratic dialogue proceeds. That's how it ought to proceed within the black community, within the larger white community, brown, yellow, red, and so on. The debate about whether Obama is black enough is a sad thing. Given the crucial role mass media played in driving the distortions in the black press, it was never a question of phenotype at all. It had nothing to do with his loving white mother or his brilliant African father. Black enough also means bold enough. Clarence Thomas is phenotypically beautifully black. He's not bold enough. He's a right-wing conservative who sides with the strong against the weak. That's not popular in the black community. So we'll stop there. But we have one more day of this. So good. I want to thank you for supporting my platforms. I appreciate you. Pass this around. This is good information, good knowledge that we need information. We need real knowledge that we can use, because we have to build all new institutions from scratch, community by community. That's the New World Order. We're in it. We spoke about it for years. Now it's here. So pass it around, like it, whatever you have to do. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate it. And until next time, take care of your mind, take care of your body, and be safe.